Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Scandalo podcast. These are your hosts, John and.
Chris.
And yeah, it's been some time, I guess.
Yeah, we've been dealing with life.
Yeah, life has been
Yeah.
something else.
Oh my god, is it like almost a year now?
No. I don't think so, right?
Okay, because remember, I remember one of the first episodes. I think the first episode we did, I was talking about the Iranian New Year.
Maybe.
No?
I don't think so.
Well, then we gotta figure out whether like
Yeah, now I gotta figure out.
celebrate. Watch her get a freaking balloon. What does they feel like?
Actually, let me
It
check.
was for a year. Like, what's the first date for the first release date?
I feel like I will give me a thing saying like a year.
Well, maybe like it's like tomorrow or like 2 days or something.
Let me see. How would I look at the first one? No, the pilot was in April. April 7th.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, it's getting close.
yeah.
Yeah, it's getting
So next
month.
Yeah, next
Mhm.
month. Okay, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do? What do you want? This is.
Please let us know.
I didn't even always so vocal.
Since we have such an interactive fan base.
Yeah, and we're not sarcastic at all. You know, we don't like sarcasm in any ways.
But today, let's go with Reddit stories, as a usual trend. With bit confessions, as our confessions, maybe we'll jump into something else. But as usual, I just sorted by top, and I said this year because we're only 3 months in 2026. So let me just read the first one because it sounds kind of interesting. So the title of this one says, I let my chronically ill 8-year-old daughter try weed.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So here's the title pretty much sums it up, but I need to get this off my chest, so I'll share some more context with you. My 8-year-old daughter has spent her life in and out of the hospital. She's entirely tube-fed, incontinent, and has significant pain with walking. She's unable to climb or lift herself, or for outings that involve any walking, she uses a stroller. It absolutely breaks my heart to see how much she tries, but it hurts me more seeing how much pain she's in. She's already on the strongest doses of painkillers for her tiny weight, and that doesn't even dent it. She's in physio 3 days a week and heat therapy for 2 days a week. The only way she sleeps is with strong sedatives, which have their own side effects. She's irritable and groggy the following day. If she's not sedated, she will be screaming from the intolerable pain by bedtime.
Oh my god.
That said, she's incredibly precautious and recognized as gifted. Okay. I had to deregister her from school when her mobility became more significantly impaired, but she thrives at home ed. She'll be sitting all of her GCEEs early. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming some kind of test, yeah. She loves to swim. She loves to ride her bike with her brother. She's so kind and so loving. She's absolutely amazing child and the light of my life. I cannot stand her. I cannot stand seeing her hurt. She's had 14 surgeries so far in her life, and there's at least 2 more that she's going to need before she's 10. She's aware of everything that's happening, and that's why it's so heartbreaking. So a week ago, her mother and I allowed her to take 2 drugs of a THC vape and prescribed legally. I know how wrong and risky what we did is, but it wasn't against her will, and we explained in as much detail as possible of all the risks to the limit of her understanding, which is a lot.
Like,
no, vape.
Oh, vape? Why? Why wouldn't you give them gummies?
Well, I think with gummies, it's very hard to get the dosage right. So even though they say like, oh,
you can get the dosage right with vaping?
More or less.
Sounds really.
Because it's not consistent with anything. It's like with any gummies.
Yeah, sure, but how long you're smoking or how much of it is exactly getting heated, all that's not.
I think that's more control.
I have no idea. Okay.
It's an electronic thing, right? So I don't know. Like, I think you know how much is in the cartridge. right? Like there you have a concentration in the oil,
Okay.
but the gummies are not uniform when they dose them. Like it's a big batch, and you don't know like this one has 20, this one has 40, kind of thing. Or I don't know. That's a lot, I think actually. But anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, she can debate on the morality of death penalty for draft sisters in WW1. Oh, World War One. I'm 100% sure she understands that it was against the law and what the risks were, and ultimately she had the right to say yes or no. I explained that it will be a one-time thing, and it might or might not work, like a science experiment. We already arranged her for her brothers to stay with her uncle for the night, so my daughter could have 2-to-1 attention. Her mother and I were both with her 100% of the time. She ate her first oral meal in over 6 months. That might have what? She ate her first oral meal in over 6 months that night and slept well for 9 hours without sedation.
Whoa.
Oh. The next morning, she was happy and smiley in the morning, and it wasn't until 32 hours, yes, we timed it, that she was in any visible pain or discomfort.
Give her more.
Yeah, I wish the laws were different and there will be some way she could pre-prescribe at her age, but alas, for now she has something to look forward to when she turns 18. If nothing else, I give her some hope and eventual relief.
18 for what?
So she can legally use it.
Who cares? The medications are medications.
No, but use it for herself, right? And then I regret that the law was broken. I regret that we took a risk. I don't know whether the ends justify the means.
Doctors are not prescribing it for her.
And honestly, I'm going to be kept awake at night, blah, blah, blah. I'm expecting total unfiltered judgment in the comments.
I don't understand. Like, so I don't understand. Like, if you're looking at this as medicine, right? Because an 8-year-old doesn't need recreational.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at medicine, how didn't you feel that about like all the other painkillers? Those are addictive too. Like, I don't know what kind of painkiller they've been giving her. But, what is it? Like, I don't remember the name.
Like oxycodone or whatever.
Those could be very addictive and very damaging to liver, have long-term effect and all that. And just because the doctor prescribed them, that doesn't make them more okay or less okay than this, you know? I look at that like if it gives her like freaking, did he say 32 hours?
Yeah, 30-something hours, 32 hours, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't understand why not.
Well, it's not legal.
It's not legal for, like, what do you mean?
Like, what do you mean? So if someone were to find out, they can take her away from her parents because they're doing mentalness legally. Like, I'm not saying that what they're doing is wrong.
Is it because of their state? Or
No, it's just it's an underage. She's 8 years old.
I understand. And that makes it more like a, I think, obvious case that this is medicinal, right? But I wonder, don't doctors that for cancer patients and all that give these things?
I think it just depends where you are, which state.
Honestly, I think if this results that he is claiming was true, if I were the parent, I would definitely try my best to find a doctor that agrees to this, and then just do a process. Especially like if you don't need to give it every day, like 32 hours means like you can literally do every other day, and you control the dose. I don't know how it works. Like, does your body get used to that? Then you have to
I don't know.
But the medication is not doing anything. It's a kid. I don't know.
Well, that's the whole stigma with THC, right?
No, I understand the whole it's a child and you're making the decision, but overall, you have to sign up all the surgery as well. Like the kid doesn't have responsibility just because those things are more justified that you have to do this. For example, in not so many years ago, people would do awake brain surgeries to get like the virus out of your brain and give it more air. And then back then, that was cool. That was because the scientists would say that. If somebody says that right now, like, oh my God, that's cool, that's crazy, why would you do that? I think the whole definition for law and legalization is very much of a context situation, you know? And if, as much as this kid has the right to be mad at her parents that they're giving her, I'm just saying, oxycodone, should have the right to be mad they're giving her weed. I want it to be pills so she doesn't get used to that as smoking. That's just because that's a separate habit. She's already on a pill, so she knows that fuck. I don't see anything. I just think, oh, sorry, I gave you the pleasure of like having me for 32 hours, and now we'll sit there and wait for.
Yeah, I don't think they feel guilty because of that. They're feeling guilty because it's risky, right?
Yeah, so now I have to figure out a loophole for it or find something legal about it. I'm sure there is gonna be a way to legalize this, but and there is gonna be some doctor that has that same mindset or knows of some. Maybe it's not gonna be as great, right? But it's gonna be something in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, so I think CBD oil is similar, I think, but because that one is not controlled, right? Like it's not considered like a controlled substance. Right. So, yeah.
What do you think? What would you do if you were the parents?
Yeah, we'll look into what it's supposed to be. Like where
I would not let the guilt of, oh, this is illegal, just distract me from.
No, I don't think they're looking at it like that. I think they're just saying like, yeah.
It keeps me awake at night that I did this. Huh? Sometimes it keeps me awake and.
Yeah, because they're worried. He's worried. I think it's the husband. Yeah, because. All right, because like the state could legally take them away. Like as a social worker, somebody were to find out, they will call Child Protector Services. I think that's why they're, they're not upset about.
What I thought this is. This was really sad.
Well, confessions typically they're kind of like that.
Well, confession like, oh, I've done like I don't know, killed somebody. So I was expecting something like that.
Oh my god.
What of me might them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's different ones, right? So there's.
This one you say, oh my god, the first one.
This one.
Like, that's not that.
Okay.
That's how is that confession? Oh god.
What is this one like confession? See, this is the one. This one about this one.
Okay, here we go. I killed my friend. Oh my god, it's also short. I like it.
Yeah.
When I, female 21, was 5 years old, I accidentally killed my friend as we were playing. Oh my fucking god. We were jumping on a trampoline together. She was jumping very high. And when she landed, I played for, oh my god, pushed her. I didn't think it was dangerous at all. She lost her balance and fell badly, landing on her neck. I got scared and started crying, and I ran to tell her parents what had happened. At that time, I didn't understand how serious the accident was. I thought she would recover. However, a few days later, I found out that she didn't survive. I was very young then. Yeah, you were 5. That's not even young. That's a kid.
Yeah.
Then, and didn't fully understand the consequences of my actions. Nowadays, I feel deep guilt about what happened. Sometimes when I go to sleep, I still see the accident in my mind. I am glad that therapy exists and that I can get help dealing with these feelings. Oh my god.
What do you think? I mean, they're kids, right?
Yeah, I mean,
obviously.
The accidents happen. There's this.
Yeah, this is what the first comment says. Like, I broke my neck on a trampoline when I was 6 years old. So about 5 other kids were with me, not a parent inside. Next thing I remember, I was coloring an egg with a crayon in the hospital and watching the old Dr. Dolittle. Okay, so I mean, they were saying like, kids are kids. I was a kid. Back then, things were different. I wouldn't even entirely blame the parents either. Like, our parents let us jump off the roof with cardboard wings trying to fly. Let us parade around the neighborhood until I was 9. What it was an accident. You didn't kill your friend. Bad circumstances did. Trampolines were dangerous for children anyway. No one pushed me and I still almost died. That's true.
That's nice to hear.
So if...
Because if she was really 5, there's nothing like you can think about. If you were older, you would get really angry because you would understand what you're doing. 5-year-olds, just man, they don't know anything. Even if it weren't trampoline, honestly, anything. But so many people just died were just a simple push, unfortunately.
I mean, they can like that's why I think like poles are so dangerous too. Like,
Yeah.
Open
Yes.
stuff and like. And what's the other thing?
Just being alive is very dangerous.
Yeah, boy. You can sleep in the shower, and yeah, in the bathrooms here at work, with that wet floor sign is not there, and that's how you sue people and get money.
Okay, the other one that caught your attention, read that one if you want to.
No, let me see. There was one that I no, I'm not gonna read that one. What about this one? This is I told my husband I had to travel for work. The truth is harder to explain.
Okay.
You think they're cheating?
I don't think so, but go on.
Okay, let's see. So, like I read the title. So, my husband and I have both worked from home for 5 years. That means 24 hours, 7 togetherness. No commutes, no office breaks, no solo grocery runs, just us. Always, all the time. Okay, let's see where this is going. I really do love him. This isn't about wanting to leave or cheat or blow up a marriage. But somewhere along the way, I started to feel like I was dissolving. That there was no space that was just mine, no thoughts that were just mine, no silence that wasn't filled with someone else's voice. So I lied and told him my company was hosting a mandatory multi-day event at ACE headquarters that's a 3-hour drive from my house. I even packed work clothes and my laptop to sell it. In reality, I took PTO, booked a hotel 3 hours away, and left.
I mean,
I totally understand this. Right now, I'm lying in a hotel bed just doing nothing. There's something incredible peaceful about knowing this little pocket of time is mine and mine alone. No one knows where I am. No one needs me. I'm not hiding anything scandalous. I know lying isn't great, but I also know that if I told the truth, I would have hurt his feelings or started a weird argument. This way, I get what I need and no one gets hurt. And honestly, it's been wonderful. I think my work will probably host more mandatory events in the future. ETA, a lot of people are asking why I didn't just talk to him about needing space. That only considers my side. His feelings matter too. And here's the truth. I don't know, but here's the truth. His needs directly conflict with mine. He finds comfort in constant closeness. He will be hurt to hear that I need time apart, even if he says he supports it. We will talk, he will agree to my alone time, and will still take the time. But now he's sad I wanted it, and I feel guilty for needing it. The result is the same, just a heavier both for us. How is that better? And yes, it's also true that talking to him about it takes away the feelings of freedom and independence I get from just deciding this on my own. Both reasons can be and are true at the same time. Second ETA. Thank you for everyone responding. I am reading every comment. I appreciate the different perspective. Let me see. It says, let me add additional context about going out with friends, hobbies. Yeah. Running errands by myself, etc. I do all these things, and he doesn't have a problem with it. I'm not a prisoner, but these activities are social engagements or in a public space where there are expectations of how to act. Doing these things is vastly different than being completely alone in a private space. I am never at the house alone because my husband doesn't drive for medical reasons. Before everyone gets out their pitchforks. So if he leaves the house, I don't drive him somewhere. Public transport is non-existent. Uber, Lyft is spotty at best. Sometimes we're in 30+ minutes. Sometimes no driver willing to take the fare. Honestly, I just support it.
I totally support it. I think it's one of those topics that came out in the COVID. People actually learn about how hard it is to just be with some person all the time. It's doesn't mean you're wrong match or doesn't mean you don't love them. It's just the way that your brain is compartmentalized and different needs and different organization. It's just like I totally understand this whole like feeling of never being home alone. I totally understand that. It's just such a important thing that you would never know you need it till you don't
have it. Exactly.
that the whole thing, like just being by yourself, and like, for example, since I came here, when we came here, and I just don't have an office. Like my office was my safest space. That was my me time. And even though I was working or things, with just that feeling, I never forget the feeling. Now I understand it. That every time I get in, everything was okay. No matter how bad I was, how that just everything. I would just sit down. And it was mine, and I would close the door. And all the people are outside, right? There's so much going on. People constantly come and disturb me, but that was my space. I don't have that anymore anywhere, and I totally like understand that.
Well, that was not the case. Most times it's not the case.
For people,
Like,
I
yeah,
know, I
for
think
people.
because it's very,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't know. Like, I just feel there's a little bit something else here. The fact that this person is extremely attached, like the husband, I think, is extremely attached to them, and like they don't need that, or they like knew that when they were screaming, like if I had said it, he would say like, "Oh yeah, of course I support it," but I knew that he's sad, but also I would feel guilty. That's something that they need to work on, not her. I think he needs to work on it
Yeah.
himself. Nobody should be like.
Well, that's what I would say to people, like, you and your partner should not depend on each other to that extent, where like you can still be, yeah, something like that. Like, you have to be individuals still. Like, it's okay if like I'm like watching TV in the living room and somebody else is doing something else in that room, like completely, we're not talking to each other or whatever, but it's art. We still not yeah. So this, I don't know, of like, you have to always be right next to me, or like, I don't know, that's too much. But some people might need that. So
I think it's something that comes growth. Like maybe at some point in my life I was like that, because I've always, for example, my friends, I always had like one buddy that was just like, we would do everything together and all that. And
I think that's more normal when you're younger.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's something you grow to until you just find your personality and the things that you do enjoy by yourself. But it's part of the growth, and I think some people might not have the opportunity to have that. So that's why I think that he has to get there.
Yeah.
To just let that little sweet feeling that she's feeling, just sitting there by herself and like her own world and having her own moments, and that's just complete. He needs to find that too. But good for her. But I think this guy, if he figures out this in some way, ruin them. Even though it's nothing wrong.
I know, but he's gonna feel so like betrayed. I think, yeah.
Exactly.
Especially if what she says is true, that how he feels about, oh, you don't want to be with me, or like kind of thing.
So he's gonna just imagine the worst case scenario. So absolutely, she was with somebody else. Because why would she want it to be away from him? Right?
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I need my space. And that's why some people, I don't know, even when they're dating, I think that also drives some. That made me think of the show that I want to talk about. But see, the first comment was that you should probably find a way to talk this out, but the need is incredibly valid. It took my wife a few years to really understand, but we worked it out while we were still dating. Now we both openly treasure actual work trips, star fishing alone in a giant bed, getting nights out by ourselves. It's been really important for us both in our relationship. And as we've taken a step into parenthood, mom and dad solo nights have been keeping us both sane. See? All to say, you're not crazy for needing this. In fact, it can make your relationship a lot stronger. But in the long run, this will be a much bigger problem if you continue to take it in a secret and not talk it out. Which, I'm like, like, you need to tell this guy, like, hey, like, yeah, that's what I say. Like, what do you feel like it'd be an issue if you need to some me time? If he finds out, it will look incredibly suspicious. That's true. Like, she thought of everything but the consequences when he finds out. If he finds out, I guess. I mean, the fact that he said there will be more in the future. Okay, but that cannot be in secret. Like, you had to tell this person. But yeah. You want another one? See, this is not. No, we're not reading that.
Why not? Because it's too explicit.
I think so.
Do you think it's not real?
It might be
Why
not
do you
real.
think we're not reading that?
I don't know. It just seems like too much. What about this one? That's more common, right? What? Look. Okay, you can take.
No,
You
my
want this one?
boyfriend.
You want this one?
I mean, if I see that, I need to know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's not that long.
Okay. My boyfriend and his friends planned to rape me. The other weekend, me, my boyfriend, and his best friend had a few drinks at our house. We had some MDMA and we're pretty high.
I'm guessing some kind of. No, MDMA sounds like acid or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Mushrooms, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Comments,
Yeah, I mean,
It was all pretty normal. Suddenly, my boyfriend's best friend said, "Let's take turns riding me." And they both laughed. I was confused and high. The next thing I knew, they were taking turns on me and holding me down. I begged them to stop. It's like planned, like it didn't happen. This fucking thing happened.
yeah.
Begged them to stop, but they wouldn't. It felt like it was going to go on forever. After that, I went to my mom's house. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 months, and when I talked to him about it, he said they were just fooling around and I was having fun. But I don't remember having fun. I was crying. I just wanted to get it off my chest. I don't have many friends. I didn't tell him, "Are you still with your boyfriend?"
I don't know. This was our archive post, so this was a year ago. I think this a year ago if I said last year. Is it real? I don't know.
And yeah, I mean, from the word, right? I think it is real because it's,
Yeah.
it's not elaborate. It's
Let me see if they have
oh
anything
my
else.
god.
Okay, it looks like that's the only post that they
Yeah, this
have.
was real. Ugh. No. Oh my god.
No.
8 months, first of all, that doesn't shock me. You don't get to know shit about somebody.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
And then just tell the police immediately. Might not be the first time they've done this and won't be the last time. I am so sorry this happened to you.
That's true because, like, how.
She says, when I asked my boyfriend, "Excuse me, there's no such a thing as your boyfriend anymore."
Oh, yeah, you're right. So maybe they are still together.
Yeah, they're together.
Too bad she doesn't reply to anything.
What is OP mean again?
Original poster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people reacting really harshly to this, and I know you. Who is reacting harshly to this?
Hannah said they didn't just plan. They did.
It's your fault? No, I mean yes. I mean you were doing like drinking and thing. Well, a lot of people do that, right? I'm not saying I support that, but it does happen. But especially when you're like you're a safe person, quote unquote, your boyfriend is there, you feel you can do this. But
Yeah, I don't know if this.
oh my god, I just
This.
what's it? I think my girlfriend raped me. What should I do now? So yeah, that's
How common is this? Because there's a lot on the side about this. Look.
people when they get intoxicated in some ways, they do things that there's in the back of their head, and then later they can just blame it on that, right? And their memory gets hazy. They like you cannot really confront them. It does happen.
Yeah, your
It does.
inhibitory
That's what
system is like not.
are worrying about the kids who are doing drugs because you don't know what you're doing anymore. Your rational is shut down.
Yeah, basically you're not in control anymore.
No.
But then that's crazy though.
Because even there's nobody like I think anybody ever say like, "Oh, I'm in full control," or like, they're just stupid. Like they love nobody's worse than lying to yourself. Like seriously, like come on. And that's why probably the harsh comments are like, "Well, you called for it, blah blah blah."
Oh yeah.
But that doesn't, sure, but just because, but that doesn't mean a lot of people might just have like a slap her or spit in her face or say like super racial things. Bad things could happen, right? But this is something that was there, And
That's what I'm saying. The fact that the friend also, like, it seems like that maybe they have done it. Like, no one just done. Yeah, like no one has just, like, if someone were like, what the, I would like, I feel like something that they should either talked about it before.
just say, like, even the boyfriend hates the girlfriend, right, and has no protectivity or anything. The fact that you're okay to do another person with your friend, I think that just has a little bit of a specific character. I don't think I'm not a man, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean,
It's okay to just kind of do a very personal thing with their buddy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's like something else going on in their brain. That also ties into another TV show that I watched. Not TV show, but
Why stop TV?
well, because I just want to hear your reactions whenever I tell you about these things. 40 something.
Okay, maybe we finish this.
Yeah, let's finish this because I'm sorry it's a dark. This is a very dark thing to end on.
I am just so sad because she ended it, but like I don't have many friends. I just want, and he's like, oh my god, talk to somebody, because like unfortunately maybe she's like thinking like, oh, it's just boys being stupid, or maybe did I have one really? Or am I just as what's the word for it? Like I'm just lame that of boys like threesome.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just had a fucking awesome threesome. Why wouldn't I just enjoy it? Like, I wonder if all these thoughts are gonna go. If you fucking choose that, good for you, honestly. But if you shouldn't do it, why it's just forced on you.
It should not be like this. But
That makes me so angry. I thought
this is sad.
because the sentence was like they planned to do it, right?
Well, for me, I took it as like, yes, like she later found out like it was all planned. That's what I took it as.
No.
I actually didn't think that it had happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, she found out about the plan, right? And then that's what she knows. But I was like, oh, this is worse than I thought.
Okay.
Well, sorry guys, this is not how we wanted to end this. But
To be fair, you did warn me, so you don't want to read that.
I know, I was like, please, no, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. We didn't explicitly say advisory, but we did say before, like, okay, guys, like, this is when it's gonna be rough. But thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you guys have a great week and a good remainder of the month.
Make good decisions.
Make good decisions. What's the other thing? Yeah. So we'll thank you for that. Talk to you soon and let's skedaddle.